High Sheriff in nomination, Madam Justice of the Peace, honoured guests. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to this ceremony where you will witness history in the making. The installation of Nigel Stuart Lanceley, Deputy Lieutenant of Merseyside, as High Sheriff of Merseyside. The ancient County Palatine of Lancaster, of which this county forms a great part, has benefited from the service of its High Sheriff since it was founded in 1154. And although in the early days there was no limit upon tenure, indeed the role became hereditary in some of the wealthier counties, at the insistence of King Henry III, appointments have been made annually since the year 1265. This restriction served to prevent the then sheriffs from becoming too powerful. It's most unfortunate that the Lord Lieutenant, the retiring High Sheriff, the chaplain and so many others are unable to attend today and to contribute in their own special ways. But I look forward to the day this summer when we can involve them all in a splendid full ceremony when the formalities unique to this county will be observed in full. The Sheriffs Act of 1887 consolidates the laws and traditions established for the appointment of High Sheriffs, and it's my duty to ensure that these are carried out in full. I can confirm that in order to assume the role and associated responsibilities, the essential legal requirement is that the new sheriff shall make his declaration properly and in full in the presence of a Justice of the Peace. If, and only if, our Justice is so satisfied, can the High Sheriff sign his declaration. Successive sovereigns have been anxious that sheriffs might sometimes be inclined to skip the odd phrase or instruction which they do not like. Hence this crucial requirement. I now invite Mr. Lanceley to make his declaration.
I, Nigel Stuart Lanceley, of Stanton, 41 Croft Drive East, Caldy, Wirral, in the county of Merseyside, do solemnly declare that I will well and truly serve the Queen's Majesty in the office of High Sheriff of the county of Merseyside, and promote Her Majesty's profit in all things that belong to my office, as far as I legally can or may. I will preserve the Queen's rights and all that belongs to the Crown, and I will process all the Queen's writs according to the best of my skill and knowledge. I will do right as well to poor as to rich, in all things pertaining to my office. I will do no wrong to any person for any gift, reward, promise, nor for favour, and I will treat all people equally, respecting the differences and diversity of our communities. I will support and encourage all who give of their time, skills and commitment for the benefit of others. I will lay aside all private prejudices and political interests. I will promote the peace, well-being and prosperity of this county and all its people. I will disturb no person's right and will truly and faithfully support the judiciary and all who maintain the Queen's peace, who administer justice and who protect and support their fellow citizens. I will uphold the ancient office of High Sheriff with selflessness, integrity and leadership. I will truly and diligently uphold the good laws and statutes of this realm, and in all things well and truly behave myself in my office for the honour of the Queen and the good of her subjects, and discharge my obligations according to the best of my skill and power. And I solemnly declare that the contents of this my declaration are true.
Justice of the Peace, are you satisfied that the High Sheriff in nomination has made his declaration properly and in full?
I am.
Thank you very much indeed. In which case, may I invite you please to sign these 2 copies of your declaration, and for the, Mrs. Chisholm to witness, please.
Sign. Yep. Pass this round.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Letters patent. Mr. Lanceley has been selected for this honourable role by Her Majesty the Queen in her capacity as Duke of Lancaster. It's now my honour to present to you the letters patent which confirm this appointment. As soon as the seal makers return to work, après Covid, the officers of the Duchy of Lancaster will affix the splendid seal of the ancient County Palatine of Lancaster below this document. It is very impressive indeed, and so large that it is suspended by a piece of rope, a very nice piece of rope. Letters patent are an open letter from the sovereign to her subjects, of the sort that might be read out in the town square by the town crier and then affixed to the parish notice board. I think that you will be able to follow this punctuation-free message, but perhaps it would help if I explained that amerciaments of the green wax, the sovereign seals with red wax, are demands from the Chancellor of the Exchequer for the High Sheriff to pay more tax. Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and of our other realms and territories, Queen, Head of the Commonwealth, Defender of the Faith. To all to whom these our present letters shall come, greeting. Whereas by our letters patent under the seal of our County Palatine of Lancaster, bearing date the 23rd day of April in the 69th year of our reign, we did give and grant unto our trusty and well-beloved His Honour John Horton Roberts of the office of Sheriff of and within our county of Merseyside, to hold, occupy and exercise the said office unto the said John Horton Roberts, to be executed by himself or his under-sheriff or his sufficient deputy or deputies during our pleasure, as by our said letters patent more fully appears. Which said letters patent, and everything therein contained, we have determined, and do determine, by these presents. Now, know ye that we of our especial grace, certain knowledge and mere motion, have given and granted, and by these presents do give and grant unto our trusty and well-beloved Nigel Stuart Lanceley, Esquire, upon whom has been conferred the honour of Deputy Lieutenant of our county of Merseyside, the said office of Sheriff of our county of Merseyside, to hold, occupy and exercise the said office unto the said Nigel Stuart Lanceley, to be executed by himself or his under-sheriff or his sufficient deputy or deputies during our pleasure, together with all profits, commodities and advantages to the said office belonging or lawfully appertaining, except, nevertheless, and always reserved unto us, our heirs and successors, all manner of goods, waifs, estrays, fines, amerciaments of the green wax, and the goods and chattels of felons and fugitives, and felons of themselves, outlaws, and persons put in exigent, and all other goods and chattels whatsoever forfeited. And moreover, we command all constables, bailiffs, and all other our officers and ministers whom it may concern in this behalf, that they may be aiding and assisting in all things as is fitting. In witness whereof we have caused these our letters to be made patent. Witness ourself at Lancaster, the 21st day of April, in the 70th year of our reign, and in the year of our Lord 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, I now declare Nigel Stuart Lanceley to be the High Sheriff of Merseyside. Round of applause, I think. 3 cheers for the High Sheriff. Hip hip. Hooray. Hip hip. Hooray. Hip hip. Hooray. Finally, High Sheriff, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the formalities. All that remains for me to do is to advise you all that for the next 12 months you will be expected to address the High Sheriff as High Sheriff. He has the power to fine anyone who fails so to do. You have been warned, Libby. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much indeed.
Delighted for you.
Hi, Sheriff.
Hi, Sheriff. That's a very good idea.
Oh, well done.
Thank you. Very good. Yeah.